Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Thursday afternoon. Tonight, everyone. So, how are y'all doing? So, apparently, this is evidently, currently, Thursday afternoon, July 26, 2018. So, I'd say this is about 11? I'd say about possibly this was 11:52 p.m. And now this is evidently, 11:53 p.m. But man, oh man, it's just kind of like say, man, it's kind of hectic how time flies so fast. So apparently, I'm just taking a break from after beating the game Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue, and since I'm also currently playing Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge. So I'm gonna take a break from that. So because I'm actually basically recharging my phone's battery power though. But anyways, it's a good thing I managed to managed to make it here just in time. As soon as I because I was just looking outside the window, and then bam, here it is, this full moon that's just completely just showed up directly out of the blue, especially around tonight. So there's actually about a couple of stars out here. Oh, excuse me, just burped. No, let me see, not two, but there's really about three of them, to be exact. While at the same time, I'm also keeping an eye out, making sure there are no mosquitoes flying outside anywhere near me. So, anyways, in either case, the weather's humidity, of course, is officially cool now. Thank goodness, because earlier it was earlier it was a little bit muggier. But now the weather is it's basically, much more cooler. Just like it was, earlier, especially earlier on a Thursday morning. So, let me zoom out. Okay. This is exactly what this full moon here at the center on the left side currently is. Hello. Okay, there it is. I see it. This is what I'm currently observing from this distance. And if I were to zoom in using full magnification of 4.0, this is exactly what the full moon itself from here actually looks like right now. Man, oh man, because I still can't believe how fast, time really flies. And that's just crazy. Even especially around, tonight. So apparently I had to deal with getting rid of those two black ants, of course, that were one of them was downstairs, in the living room on the ceiling, and then there was also a second one heading upstairs, so I had to get rid of those two. By flushing them down the toilet, and then that was just about it. But other than that, everything's a-okay. I've just been busy, just working on about a couple of latest sketches on my sketchbook, though. So apparently I had to take a break from working on those two, because I want to try just try to go at them just one step at a time, because I don't want to rush in too much for that. So I had to take a break from that. since I was like, say, live streaming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Radical Rescue, and then Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge. But speaking of Radical Rescue, those bosses, on the other hand, Scratch, Dirtbag, Triceranonian, or whatever its last name is, whatever its name is, I'm trying to pronounce it correctly, and Scale Tail. Yeah, those bosses sure were kind of tough. Scale Tail I can actually handle, but Cyber Shredder, on the other hand, the final boss, that dude sure was tough. Just as he was so many years ago when I first fought him, of course, many years ago. Even when I was a little kid, playing that game, of course, way back in the early 1990s. I think maybe it was 1993 to be exact. Because I remember I first had that game ever since Christmas. I think it was maybe December 25th, 1993. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Even still, it's been so many years, though. I know exactly how Cyber Shredder fights, but like I said, those two huge energy ball attacks he just unleashes, even at his fullest, that's just brutal. And apparently I had to rely on using save states. Man, that's just crazy. Oh, let me check the time itself. Okay, so it's almost... Oh, okay, today is like, say what? Okay, I see it. Because I'm like checking out, just a clock, of course, upstairs bathroom window. Upstairs bathroom, though. So apparently, yes, it is actually, like, say what, a Friday midnight. So this is evidently, July 27th, 2018. Time sure does fly much faster, especially around this summer. And plus the weather, of course, is now basically getting a little bit windy, and I'm definitely noticing one of those little mosquitoes, of course, just right in front of this upstairs bathroom window. So I gotta quickly put in this upstairs bathroom screen window immediately. Okay, I had to quickly blow that little mosquito away. I just hope he didn't fly anywhere near here or anywhere near me, because I hate that. Yeah, but other than that, this is actually it's really nice outside, of course. Especially around this midnight here on Friday, around this weekend. Weather's cool. Let's see. The weather is, the humidity out here is basically much cooler. Plus, it's also a little bit windy. I love it. Besides, I love it that way. Excuse me. It's much better than, it's better than dealing with, the weather being muggier. Being warm and muggier due to its Fahrenheit issues going on. But, like I said, that's exactly, how the summer, of course, is. But yes, it is true that I will be resuming where I left off on Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge Part 2, though. Since I managed to beat Bubble Man and Heat Man, I still have to deal with Flash Man and then Quick Man, and then dealing with one of the other robots, of course, what's his name, Inker, who actually has that Mirror Buster. Yeah, because I gotta deal with that boss much sooner than expected. When I get a chance to, though. Yeah. While I'm actually, yeah. So while I'm actually, like, say, just currently, just busy doing this video recording, I'm also keeping an eye out, making sure none of those mosquitoes get in. So I'm making sure not one of them would dare try to fly anywhere near me or in here. That's a full relief. But like I said, I really kind of wish there really isn't any mosquitoes outside. That I would totally would love not having them around. Besides, I like it how. Besides, I really love it how the weather is basically, much cooler outside, and I'm definitely noticing there's an airplane. Okay, there it is. If you can see it as well as I can, it's just suddenly just passing by. There it is, right there. It may look like a little tiny dot, but trust me, it's basically, it's basically currently out there. So. And it's just flying directly towards on the right side. And if you're thinking of, let's see, if you're probably wondering, of course, if there's like, say, well, just two of these full moons out here, the ones that look like these little moon eyes. Actually, no, there isn't. That's just really, the upstairs. Let me see, the upstairs bathroom window, of course. It's just a reflection of it. That's just, showing off like that. So there's only just one full moon out here. That's all. Even still, Hungry Howie's, however, is definitely the best. Not to mention that cherry Kool-Aid, too. Totally tastes delicious, though. There may also, let me see, there may also be a possibility. There might be, like, say, what, a second airplane just flying outside above these night skies. I'd say possibly later on, though. Well, that is, if there's yeah, possibly. But even still, I'm so glad I managed to beat those, all of those bosses, really. Scratch, on the other hand, was like a complete nuisance. When I first fought him, that boss sure was tough. And although I was like, say, what, just new to the game, of course, way back when I was a kid, man, it was just intense. The same as it was when it came to dealing with the second boss, Dirtbag, dealing with that third boss, and then Scaletail. Yeah, the fourth boss, Scaletail. Yeah, he's really easy though to beat. As long as you try to, like, say, try to avoid his tail, though. As long as you're not, like, say, well, as long as I'm not, anywhere in close proximity, he won't try to attack me with that tail of his. But Cyber Shredder, on the other hand, the final boss, man, that dude is like one tough hombre. But in any case, thanks to the load, and then thanks to the save states, and then, And then not to mention loading them again and again. Man, it took a lot of effort just to bring that boss down. So all I'm just doing, of course, is just doing this video recording of this full moon, of this full moon out here tonight. Since this is evidently currently a Friday weekend in the morning. No, Friday morning, during this weekend. Since this is now July 27th, 2018. Yeah, it is. I could definitely feel. Yeah, I definitely feel the weather, of course, which is now basically being windy, though. Man, that feels so much better. Because, this full moon out here, it's a real beautiful sight to behold. Man, what a beautiful night. It's just so young out here. Yeah, plus I'm also hearing, I think it's crickets chirping now. Yeah. Only to what I'm just hearing. But even still, I'm just glad I managed to make it here on time, though. Just to fully observing this full moon tonight. So I managed managed to catch it real quick since, yesterday. And now, especially around, on this Friday weekend. So let me see. Let me try to zoom out. Okay. All right, yeah, so this is where the full moon currently is out here. All right, let me zoom right back in. Focusing on the moon itself. And so at the same time, I'm just keeping an eye out, making sure there are no more. Okay, hold up. I'm just keeping an eye out, making sure there are no mosquitoes just flying around anywhere near me, though. So yeah, it's a good thing I managed to so it's a good thing I had to I had to shut off this bathroom nightlight off, though. because eventually I already know that it's gonna like say what end up attracting more of these pesky mosquitoes out here. Oh, excuse me, I just burped again. But even still, how is everyone else out there actually currently doing? Y'all having fun? Like say, well, basically, like say, well, playing Mega Man X Legacy Collection, huh? Even on the PS4, Windows PC, PlayStation 4, and of course Xbox One. Because I know everybody else is actually having an excellent time though. I mean, an amazing time by playing it. This full moon out here, it's really beautiful though. And so too is the weather, of course. That's basically, you know, a lot more cooler outside. Man, but thank goodness it's not muggier. I mean, but thank goodness it's not getting, you know, getting muggy out here. Man, that feels so much better. I'm talking about the humidity outside here. But I tell you, that Cyber Shredder, man, he was a real nuisance. But thank goodness I managed to defeat that boss, and then rescued April O'Neil, and then managed to beat the game. But in the meantime, happy Friday morning, especially on this most beautiful full moon out here tonight around this lovely weekend. I will try to live stream, and plus I will do my very best to try to like say, well, resume live streaming Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, as well as playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES Emulator Pro. So I'm gonna try and get to that when I get a chance to. But in the meantime, I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe and sound out there. Take care and stay tuned, everyone. I'll be back. Plus, plus happy Friday weekend, everyone. Love ya. So, I'll be back, everyone. Stay tuned. Yeah. This is one beautiful full moon out here. She's really beautiful. No joke about that. Awesome.